Hello everybody, my name is Pravus, and welcome back to more Rimworld with our Wandering Nomad series. We have just conquered another little area, another very successful raid for us. Full of dead elephants, for some reason, which I'm gonna try to take advantage of, getting a fueled stove set up, and we already have a wooden butcher table, so if I can perhaps go ahead and extract all the meat from these elephants and maybe harvest some other local materials, we might find ourselves able to make a whole bunch of meals before we move on to this next location. What do you got on you? Just some junk that I don't really care about. I'm not even going to bother stripping you. You're just not worth it to me. What kind of skill are we looking at? Well, you're a body modder, you're world-weary, and you're greedy. Good cook, terrible at everything else. Not even worth turning into a slave. Habsburg, what else can we find down here? Well, so far, not a lot. Would be nice to find some beds or something so we can find a place for Habsburg to take a little nap and get healed, since we have a couple of bruises we have to worry about, but otherwise everyone else is doing pretty much fine, I think. Cannon, go do whatever you want. I don't really care. There's some sleeping spots and some more pemmican, and that's kind of it. Yeah, not much in the way of places to sleep, huh? Dear God, this is so stinking much meat. Look at this. Frickin' heck. Wow. Yep, those elephants were worth, 3,000 meat! Oh my god, not to mention 750 elephant leather. Wow. That is worth more than pretty much everything else we found so far. Okay, it's apparently uncomfortably hot out here right now. 111 degrees Fahrenheit? Wow, it really is, isn't it? So a lot of people are currently on the verge of getting some heat stroke, which is certainly no good. Getting loads of meals and stuff out of this, though. There's no way I can cook all this food fast enough, right? I'm gonna need a whole lot more stuff. Expired diplomacy. Ah, darn it, we didn't quite make it over there. Oh well, I suppose that's fine. Or, wait, I thought we already did a diplomacy quest. Was there a second one I missed? Or did something just bug out? I don't know. Whatever. Alright, so we're here. Where do we want to go next? Great question. I do know the nearby city of Titan has regenerated a lot of their silver, so we could sell more stuff to them, including an absurd amount of elephant meat if we wanted to. Still want to visit a city and just see if we have any options over there. Do not care about psychic suppressors, and I really don't like being around them right now. There is a research request we can get to for some extra science potential. Component mining, don't care about that. Nope, don't care about that either. Yeah, I don't care about any of these component mining sites. It might be time for us to go ahead and start moving elsewhere. One unfortunate reality is all of this elephant meat is going to be expiring in a few hours no matter what I do. At this point, we can go ahead and suspend any more cooking of regular meals. Tigera, this is going to go ahead and just cook as much as you can. Whatever meals we can get before it's too late would be fantastic. It looks like Soulbirder has once again gone into a sadistic rage, and is going to go punch some of my prisoners, which is just so unnecessary, but he's done with that now. Great. All right. Cannon, what are you doing? Cannon also has thrown a tantrum. Oh, good. Right, because of the darkness. Why are all of you guys being such wusses all of a sudden? That's what I want to know. So, let's go ahead and reform the caravan. Again, I do love that this goes so much faster. I might have to make more use of the setup camp mod rather than settling down. The thing about settling down is you get larger maps, probably find more stuff that you actually want, you know, ancient dangers and whatnot. But, yeah, I mean, it certainly seems like the packing for the caravans, as we found out last time around, takes so unbelievably long that it's just barely really worth it. Let's go ahead and take all this cloth. We got so much elephant leather. My god, that's going to be amazing for us. And sure, I'll take a bit more steel. Why not? And the second I formed a caravan, Christian, my other prisoner, has gone berserk because, well, you know, I mean, there were some issues with one of my slaves deciding to go and beat on them. I guess there's a bit of a pecking order here. Soulbirder, you know, I mean, I want to be mad at you, but here's the thing, right? We're encouraging people to just go ahead and beat on whoever we want. I am a little bit worried about cannon fodder over here. We did contract the flu, which appears to be a bit of an issue. We have been tending it, but we're not really staying on top of it very well. So I got to keep an eye on this. Obviously not hoping for any of my colonists, prisoners, or slaves to die of a stupid disease like the flu. We've arrived at Titan, and just selling off the elephant leather alone is worth a stupid amount of money. I can't even afford all of this. Could buy a psychic soothe pulsar. This actually would make it pretty helpful to keep my mood under control. Just make everyone feel a little bit nicer. It's not a horrible idea. What's the psychic cornucopia do? Grows all plants nearby to maturity when activated. Wow. Situationally, could be really, really helpful. I might get that, actually. I might. Yeah. I mean, if we want to grow, like, a lot of food really quickly, that could be huge. So, with another 1,600 silver or so under my belt, plus some other fun stuff, let's move on into the city. What do we find? A caravan demand. Oh, hello. Give up the Tech Prince and a Psychic Animal Pulsar, otherwise 19 people are going to try to kill me. 19, huh? That is a lot. That is quite a few. I think I'm going to refuse and fight them and see if we can survive against this. Tribespeople are not the worst. Christian, what's going on with you? You've got heat stroke. Not to mention you have all these bruises because you went berserk. Right, that would be an issue, wouldn't it? All right. Well, let's make sure that we are using the proper weapons on everybody. It sure looks like we're all equipped, except perhaps for this anti-material rifle. I kind of want to swap that out right now for a battle rifle. What we really need... Ooh, actually, a psychic shock lance could help, too. Oh, this actually could be a really good opportunity to use this. Hang on. Let's grab one of those and see if we can get everyone to psychotically break and turn on their own fellows while I just shoot them all. What I was trying to say, though, is I think getting a weapon that just sprays more bullets is probably going to be the way to go, rather than a long-shot sniper rifle. Just not worth it, in my opinion. Where the heck is my battle rifle? I know I have it. There it is. That's the one that I want. All right, Dragon. Let's go ahead and equip the battle rifle instead. Oh, gosh dang it, Cannon. Why did you just shoot Christian straight out like that? Great. Well, that's going to be annoying. Let us equip this. Or maybe just pick it up, I guess. Great. So you just shot my prisoner. Now how am I going to treat you? Oh, my God. All right. Tend without medicine. Just stop the bleeding while we get the rest of this set up. Grab that shock lance. Is there anybody here who has, like, really scary, dangerous weapons? Most of these guys have crappy melee weapons. I'm not that worried about them. All right, never mind. Just shoot them all then. Shoot every single one of them. We have to try to kill these guys as fast as we can. Habsburg, intercept and kill. Gosh, this is getting so freaking close. Fun Deck, see if you can run. We're just trying to draw some people away for a minute. Habsburg's in a bit of danger. Just trying to peel for them, get some shots in. How you doing? Okay, we're bleeding out a little bit. No long-term damage that I can't handle at the moment. These guys are dropping a shocking amount of pemmican. I'm going to have food for freaking days. Also some mead. Nice. Okay, how is Christian doing? Because if Christian's okay, no immediate danger, great. So Tigera, we need to draft you and start shooting at other folks instead, because we do not have time for this. Fun Deck, keep running. Soul Border, keep running. Habsburg is down, not good. Gonna die in a few hours. Crap. Crap, we really need to end this fast. Oh gosh, we're really close. They're running away. Perfect, perfect. Okay, great timing. Now, we go ahead and set up some emergency sleeping spots pretty much right where our people are. And this will be for medical, and Tigera needs to go and save them ASAP. Go and rescue Habsburg right now. And Fun Deck, you can just go and rest or something until healed. I don't think you're going to die in a few hours too. Crap. We do not have a lot of time to work with. Who was my backup doctor again? Soul Border. You have, like, no real skill, though. Why do I have you set to that? Fun Deck can self-tend. That'll have to do. Why do we have you as a doctor? Absolutely not. You're terrible at that. Okay, Fun Deck. Can I make you self-tend? Because that's what I want. Self-tend, turn on, yes. Tend to yourself, stem the bleeding, while Tigera goes and saves Habsburg, and the rest of you just unleash hell and kill as many as you can. Well, that certainly was a load of fun to deal with. It's actually one of the problems of having lots more wealth. Whenever we do run into random events, we are going to increasingly have some serious, serious threats coming after us. So yeah, there's a lot of wounds right now on Habsburg. I've got my guys set to a resting pattern outside of the city, but I think we just go ahead and take a look. So what's over here? Is there absolutely nothing for us to do? Mentadone Citadel. I don't think I can do anything over here. Never visited. It says there's people here who would, like, visit. I can't set up camp. Can I enter the city? No. Well, what's the point of these cities, then? Is the mod broken? Maybe I messed something up here. They're part of the Doya faction who doesn't hate me, so that's not the issue. Well, visiting a city is apparently pointless, and I want to get the heck out of the way of this psychic suppressor because it's annoying. Let's head up toward this research request, and then we're going to tack back down south or something. And it was a major failure. Great. Okay. Well, Tigera did get a lot of experience, which is great, but my relation to the clan just dropped by 14. Not not fantastic. We are suffering from heat stroke right now up in this area. I think we really need to get away from this equator, and I don't think we can afford to go all the way north into a rainforest. That doesn't seem very useful. I think it's time to kind of abandon this area that we have been using up to this point, and instead start heading over this direction. We might pass by the Shadowed Empire on the way. I suppose on the way, it's not gonna hurt me to go ahead and attack some other mining sites and do a bit of raiding, right? So we had 4 enemies this time, and we actually were able to kill them all pretty darn quick. No problem whatsoever. Hey, Dragon, why don't you go ahead and move forward and explore inside here while everyone else figures out what to do with themselves. The animals are all running scared. That's kind of fun. Wait, there is one more person. Okay, so these groups are now getting up to 5 people. Yeah, so there's the wealth is definitely working against me here. There's an increasing number of people even at the simple raiding sites. Could result in me having, you know, some extra potential wrigglers that I will be able to convert over to my side. More prisoners and stuff is sometimes nice, but right now I feel like there's already more than I can afford to deal with. So let's just go explore the rest of this real quick, see if there's anything of immediate use. There is an awful Devil Strand bedroll. Don't think that's going to be worth much to me, and other beds and stuff. Nope, all right, not worth. Let's go ahead and repack, give people a chance to get rid of this heat stroke or travel as a group, you know, maybe deal with their own stuff automatically rather than me try to set up a camp. And yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and take a whole load of the components. Oh, and Christian has died of a heat stroke. All right, so that's one potential slave/prisoner that is very much dead. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Oh well, we have a backup anyway over here. Yeah, I'm not sure what I would have done with Christian anyway. I mean, heat stroke is obviously no joke. It's pretty darn hot outside right now. Very hot. But that does save me a bit of food at least, so we can stop feeding that guy. This group was actually a little bit tougher to deal with because as you can see here, they are not tribals. They're actually a smidge stronger, so there was some risk here, but we handled it no problem. Let's send Habsburg to go and deal with the steel mini turret. And yeah, there's actually some, not pemmican, but proper meals, even some drugs to worry about. That'll be fun. Lavish meals, like all of that. What about you? Let's go ahead and strip this person off. You got a bit of clothes, most of which is kind of useless, but whatever. We'll go ahead and take whatever we can, I suppose, and then move on elsewhere. So, we've got a bit of a problem here. As I'm traveling around, Fun Deck is just on the verge of death. Like, all the time right now because of the heat stroke we're currently dealing with. If I don't find a way to cool him down, like, ASAP, I think we may have some serious problems. So what I'm going to do, instead of going the way I wanted to, we're going to have to take a break here. We're going to have to set up a camp and try to actually set up a building where I can just cool him off for a bit. Maybe kind of hole up until the height of summer goes down a little bit, because it's just too stinking hot. I know the average temperature is down here, but look at the max temperature. It's going to be at max pretty much all the time, and there's nowhere I can go that's going to be cool enough for a long while. I got to go all the way down here before things start getting cold to something reasonable. We're way too close to the equator. Going up north, I think things would be very, very cold, which could be nice. But, like, this is a very warm planet kind of in general. Like, you really have to be up kind of by the extremities for something a bit more reasonable. We're not there yet, so yeah, I think we're going to head down here, and we're just going to simply set up a quick camp. We have to deal with this. We have to save Fun Deck, otherwise, well, he's just going to die. Oh, God, a lightning strike, I think, just hit Tigera straight out. She's got burns, and her left ring, that was already gone, but yeah, a couple of nasty burns on you. Yikes, dude. You want to stop, drop, and roll anytime here? How about you tend to yourself? You can't yet, because you're scared to death. All right, well, yeah, these burns are going to be irritating. Who expected my Tigera and alpaca to get struck by lightning, though? That's a new one. I'm kind of thinking now might be a good opportunity to use one of these Psychic Soothe pulsers. We got a lot of people who are upset, and I really can't afford to deal with all the bad mood that we're receiving right now. So how are we doing on this? Slave expectations, strange feeling, plus 15 mood. All right, that should help a fair bit. Soul Border, the sooner you get over the fact that your daughter is dead, the better. Okay, I think we actually were able to solve the issue. Just simply getting a quick cooler set up in this room was enough to cool down Fun Deck to something more reasonable very rapidly. So I think we're set on that. Soul Border is just walking around and shouting insults at people, which, you know, very irritating, but all right. Let him have his catharsis, I suppose. There are certainly worse options out there. I don't think there's much else that we need to deconstruct at this point, and there's not much point in gathering resources off of this point in the map. So let's go ahead and reform the caravan and move along our way. Finally getting back on the road. Got a little bit tricky. Solbiter upset a lot of people with insulting, but I just beat him down and he got his catharsis once it was over. In fact, he even got a shooting spree, which is a bit awkward for a slave. Not sure what I'm going to do with that, but alright. So we haven't visited any of the Shattered Empire yet. They don't like me that much, so this may not go well. A mysterious structure has just appeared. Well, we might just have to turn around and go visit that. We've arrived. I don't know that there's going to be much for us to do. We can't trade because we don't have faction permission. We're not a high enough rating with the Shattered Empire. And there's no way to interact with them. I was going to see if we could just give them some tribute to buy some favor, but it looks like the answer is no. So there's no point in us being over here unless we plan on attacking, which at this point I would say is suicidal. Let's instead turn up to the ancient complex, see if we can find something here. Now, this may or may not end up being an ancient danger. It might instead be one of those rare booby-trapped buildings, which can set everyone and everything you love on fire. I'm obviously not in the mood to die to burns today, but let's see what happens over here. So we're going to arrive, new map, and what are we going to find? Let me just take a look at the building and we can get a sense of what it's going to be. Let's see, there it is. Yeah, that's not an ancient danger. This looks like a booby trap room to me. Which becomes like a super heated, like, nova of hell. If it's what I think it is. And it might not. There is only one entrance. We could try breaking down some walls, and maybe that could be sufficient. Okay, so what do we see in here? An ancient machine. That's not what I thought it would be, actually. Ancient machine case filled with unknown machinery. Valuable parts are missing. Everything else is degraded. There is a bug. It's dormant, not dead. Here's an unstable fuel node, causes an explosion if damaged. Now that's something we do not want to do. Okay, so I see nothing of immediate use in here, but we have a sense there might be some bugs. Let's now try to deconstruct this. I'm gonna move you guys up over here. Okay, what do we find? Ancient lockers. An ancient lamp, bunch of ancient beds we can't sleep in for some reason. Nothing of use here. All right, I'm wary of using the doors. I mean, maybe it's fine to do that, but I'm nervous about it. Okay, hang on. Area revealed. We find a pikeman. Just one pikeman. That's not bad. Plus a hermetic crate, a bunch of generators, and explosive fuel nodes. Also an ancient comms console. We haven't had the opportunity to contact anyone yet. That could be useful. Well, let's go ahead and move you off in this direction, and maybe we break this open as well. This might end up being a pretty boring ancient complex. The only thing I know of that's useful right here is this hermetic crate. Also, the pikeman is dormant, so as long as we don't mess with him, maybe we're okay, and we can just get to this crate real quick. I don't know what kind of range we have to look at. Hello, another hermetic crate. All right, whoa, God, that's what I'm talking about. That's it, run, run, run. Okay. This is what I was afraid of. Very dangerous. Unbelievably dangerous. We're going to go ahead and start preemptively deconstructing some stuff to try and vent out some heat, if at all possible. Because this room's about to completely catch on fire, and it is going to be hot as hell. Right now, it's 94 degrees, which doesn't seem all that bad. But I'm... there, yep, here comes the next thing. All right, so we woke up the pikeman. This thing's about to blow up, so this will be fun. That pikeman's dead. Boom. Well, probably gonna die soon. It's on fire, honestly. Maybe it's not really... Okay, hang on. Can we actually just kill it? I mean, I'm pretty sure Habsburg can just finish it off as is. You three get over here. So that's a lot of fire. All right, let's just try opening up the hermetic crate. We find some Glitterworld meds. Okay. Gonna go ahead and deconstruct this and try and sneak over into the next one. Sure, if you really want to break that open, that's fine. In here, we find Luciferium. Is this it? Really? After all of this, I just kind of wandered in here, and it turns out there's basically nothing to worry about except for explosive fuel nodes and some worthless stuff? Drugs of various types? Wonderful. I still don't feel like I want to go up to the north. I feel like the north is dangerous, unless we really want to start making the trek over toward the final ship. The friendly AI is what I mean to say. There's a time and place to do that. I'm not sure it's right now, though, because it's too hot. What we may actually do is go camp somewhere nearby, preferably close to a road, This might be great, actually being right next to the highway. We go camp, and I think what we do is set up a new facility, new camp, right? And we'll go ahead and do some research. We'll stay here for just a little while, at least for a video or so. And then once it's a little bit cooler, right? That's when we go ahead and pack up and start using the highway to start making our way across the desert. It's a very, very long trek across the Arab shrublands. So that'll be dangerous. I'm going to need lots and lots of food. An eclipse and a solar flare simultaneously? Oh, wow. What are the odds of that? I didn't even know that was physically possible for that to happen. Fascinating. Well, okay. I mean, that kind of reminds me of my old outro and such, with the eclipse and the solar flare kind of peeking around, right? Anyway, all right, so over here in this temperate forest biome, which can get quite hot, but it is mountainous, let's go ahead and settle. Create a temporary base. We want to get some proper structures up and running ASAP. What the frickin' heck? All right, and there's bugs right off the bat. Oh, goody. Goody! What the heck did I just stumble into? This is ridiculous. Any signs of an ancient danger? I don't see any sign of an ancient danger. We call that unfortunate, all right, but I betcha by sticking in one place for a little bit, we will probably get some sort of an event that will encourage us to move over to a scripted ancient danger complex or something like that in the near future. Habsburg, you doing okay there? Answer should be yes. Just got a couple of little bruises and stuff, and that at least deals with the bugs. Fantastic. Dragon, why don't you go and get some target practice destroying the hive or something. That'll be fine. Glow pod. Fun. We can get a bit of lighting that way. All right, so how are we going to do this? We just go ahead and use some of this old ancient structure, dig this out a little bit, and see if that'll work better. Yeah, I kind of like that. We do need to set up a freaking yak structure. I kind of forget about this every time. Pens are still important. Preferably with lots and lots of vegetation for them to eat. I guess we go ahead and set up a pen like way over here, for example. Maybe keep them out of the caves, like this. And then set up something way over here. And then something way over here. That would be fully enclosed, I believe, and a truly massive pen to ensure that my animals have plenty of food. Yeah, that could work. Here's something new that just happened. Some beggars are desiring resources. They are asking for a chunk of silver so they can buy back a friend who was kidnapped. They're not part of any faction. So if we want, we can kill, arrest, sell, or harvest them without any diplomatic consequences. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. What interesting opportunities have just now presented themselves. Wow, that's some pretty good skills that would make for an amazing slave. Interesting. Yeah, I might just slave Stumpy. Let's see. Thick skin, social, medical, blah, blah, blah. You have passions in the right stuff, just not necessarily the skill. Shiro, you wouldn't be that great. And the rest here, no, and not really. Thin-skinned and squeamish. Some artistic skill, though. I don't know. Sage isn't great, but I really could use a better artist. I really, really could. Huh. Well, out of the bunch, Stumpy seems fan-flippin-tastic. I mean, we could have an absolute master animal handler, which is great, not to mention someone with a passion for plants. And some extra skill with construction. I mean, right now, we're overusing Habsburg to all heck. I think we have to try to enslave Stumpy. All right, let's see if we can go ahead and kidnap Stumpy right now. Looks like we got it, and most of the rest of their party appears to have already left. For some reason, nope, never mind, I take it back. There they are. So they're angry now. That's fine, though. I got the one that I wanted separated from the rest of the group, which means if we have to go ahead and get some people over there to kill the rest, we can certainly do that. Dragon, you want to go stand guard over here real quick and just make sure that they're not coming to attack me? I think they were planning on leaving. In fact, there might only be 2 left on the map. Hey, some jade. Ooh, that could be good. Also, hello, a yak that's about to escape. Well, that obviously will not be allowed. We don't want to grab this jade. I might just go ahead and try making some jade sculptures, even knowing that the odds of me making something good are pretty darn low. Because at some point, I just need to have some statues. We have to be able to brute force the low morale in these new barracks that I'm creating. I mean, it's always going to be ugly and disgusting, right? But we can override their mood debuff from having an awful barracks simply by having lots of really, really good artwork. That's why I value this so much. Placing these two sculptures right now, for example, should make this at least a somewhat impressive barracks, which goes a long way. Habsburg is throwing a party. Oh, that's exciting. That's actually great because it means everyone's going to get a pretty nice mood buff. Why did you choose this spot by the yak? I don't know, maybe they just gather around and yell, pack, yak, because it's funny or something. And Stumpy went on a berserk rampage. Right, you know, sometime we're gonna have to let these guys just go on some gladiator fights and do a bloodletting and just have some fun with that. Please don't kill each other. Oh, good, you ripped off her middle toe. Oh, this ain't good. 7 animals got sick from the plague. Uh-oh. All right, that's a lot of Muffalo who suddenly got sick. Right. Well, I suppose we could place a handful of animal sleeping spots. They'll all be outside. We don't have a proper barn at the moment, but that's kind of okay. What this will let me do, hopefully, is give them a place to go where we can rescue them, technically, and then treat them with whatever I've got on hand. As long as we aren't wasting our good medicine, I don't care. Some more visitors have come nearby. Well, hello, how are you? Anyone who's got really good stats that I should know about? Hey, an artist with no combat skills. Chemical fascination, don't care about any of this. Pretty good skills across the board, but still probably not what I want. All right. Fair enough. Well, I guess we'll let these guys come by and see if we can trade with them, but I don't see anyone that I really need to enslave, so why waste the effort? Hey, look, more jade. Let's see. Cannon fodder try to convert somebody. Oh, good. Okay, so somebody has finally swapped religions. My gosh. This does take a really, really, really long time. What was your bio again? Right, you would have made for a pretty decent slave. I think that was going to be the goal for us, so we're going to try to enslave you. You have no will, which means it should be really easy to do that next. We are going to have to craft some new slave collars and stuff for you soon enough. Let's go ahead and make one of those. A body strap would be fine. Might want to make some hats or something for my slaves as well, simply because a lot of them do struggle with the heat. A summer hat might be pretty good, actually. Looks like Cannon's actually trying to enslave her right now, and that worked. Okay, we have a new party member who is currently fairly injured, but that's okay. We have to find a name for you. Hang on. Natasha is going to be the winner here today. All right, so you're going to be my slave with some pretty solid skills here. I actually kind of like this one. Think you could be pretty good for me as long as we can keep you sufficiently suppressed. Haul, basic, all of that's going to be important. Some handling skill, but what I really want you to do is start prioritizing mostly anything involving plants and mining. Beyond that, you probably would go for hauling and cleaning, and then maybe some handling and constructing if needed. Finally, another grower. That could be pretty significant for me, especially since I want to till out all the soil and start growing some plants. We can't stay here for too long. I mean, that's still kind of the rule of this series. But I would really like to actually make some good progress on, researching some tech, getting lots more food. We got a long way to go, and only like 39 more survival meals, so we're already kind of running low on a lot of stuff. But there's a lot of potential here as long as I can get this all set up. The problem is I'm spending so much time dealing with my slaves and prisoners, I'm not really having the time to go hunting and mining and everything else. So there's a long way to go with this. But you know what? Progress is progress. I'll take what I can get. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.